Hello. Today I am taking lecture on water physiology and water related diseases. I kept this lecture besides the e-content uploaded in some portal for your course. This particular this lecture is not available. Most portion of this lecture is not available and that e-content. But I kept here because we are doing a lot of things in case of water, so we have to know first what is the water physiology. So first we have to see the what is the composition in body. There are several ways to describe the composition of the human body. For example, body composition can be expressed in terms of chemicals like water, proteins, fats, carbohydrates, genetic materials, vitamins and minerals, and different type of gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. So in second scenario, body composition can also be evaluated as tissues or other types of materials like muscles, fat, bones, and teeth, nerve tissues, body fluids, connecting tissues, and air in the lungs. When the concern is health and fitness, body composition, percentage of water, percentage of how much fat is in particular body, bones, and muscles. Now, water composition in body. Water is the most abundant substance in the body. Average health adult is 45% to 75% water, depending on the age, composition of fat and muscles, and the gender. Here we see the picture, the water composition in the body with age 0 to 1 year, 86% water, 5 to 14 years, 75% water in body, 20 to 35 years, 65%, 40 to 50 years, 55%, and 60 to 80 years. Then again, this is in reducing side, this is 50%. Here, as per gender, we can say adult male, there is the range of the water composition in body 55 to 60%, and compared to the adult female having the water composition 50 to 55%, means female body has less water composition compared to the adult male. Here water composition of tissues and organs by weight. The water content of various organs depends on their compositions and ranges from 83% in blood to only 10% in adipose tissues. So here we can see 75% water is available in brain, skin 72%, blood already we have said 83%, heart 79%, lungs 79%. This is not the total water. This means we can say lungs is having total water. If lungs have some quantity of water, so this is the 79% water with the different tissues available in lungs. Spleen 73%, intestine 75%, skeleton, bones 22%, muscles 76%, kidneys 83%. Water is available. Water distribution among body compartment. So suppose total body water is 60% of the body weight. Suppose body weight 70 kg. So we can say approximately there is the water content is the total 42 liter. In 42 liter, extracellular fluid is 35% of total body weight. This is a 40 liter, and intracellular fluid is 65% of total body weight. This is the 28 liter. In extracellular fluid, this is the plasma fluid is around the 7% of total body weight, and interstitial fluid, this is the 21% of the total body weight. Now, sources of water in human body: exogenous water sources and endogenous water sources. Exogenous sources of water to human body: through the ingestion, we consume the water. Water content of the solid food, we consume the solid food, and in between water is available in that solid food. This is we can consume. Beverages, we drink the cold drink, another types of drink. So in that forms we consume the water. Daily intake of water by the human body is zero point 0.5 liter to 5 liter depending on the social habits and climate condition. Ingestion of water is controlled by a thrust center located in hypothalamus, from where we got the message in mind. We need the water now at that time. Endogenous water sources. Endogenous water sources is equal to metabolic water produced within human body by oxidation of food stuff. This is 300 to 350 milliliter per day. So in food stuff, if we talking about the 1 gram food stuff, so carbohydrate, there's 0.6 ml in the yielding of the endogenous water on oxidation. In protein, 0.4 milliliter, and lipid 1.1 milliliter. So 125 milliliter of endogenous water is generated for 1000 calorie consumed by body. If our body consumes 1000 calorie, so we can say endogenous water is generated 125 milliliter. Here now we see the function of water in human body. If we know the function, the function of human body, so then we can say what type of water we are required and how much minerals, how much other beneficial content should be available in water, and what content should be not there in water, which may give the negative health effect. Water regulates body temperature, moisten tissues such as those in the mouth, eyes, and nose, protect body organs and tissues, lubricate joints, lessen the burden on the kidneys and liver by flushing out waste product, help prevent constipation, helps dissolve minerals and other nutrients to make them accessible to the body, carries nutrients and oxygen to the cells. This is liquid. Why we require the only water? We can say the water is main ingredient for the body. Water is a polar molecule, means excellent solvent in the body. Water having the one oxygen and two hydrogen molecules. The positive charges of a water molecules are close to the hydrogen atoms, and the negative charges are close to the oxygen atom. Now, what is the polarity? So we see, suppose there is the sodium chloride, undissolved sodium chloride is available. So in case of sodium chloride, there is a sodium ion, this is positive, and chloride ion, this is the negative. So sodium ion also can dissolve in water because it attached with the negative oxygen. And in case of chloride ion, again this is dissolved in water because this attached with the positive hydrogen. So we can say water is a universal solvent. Now water journey through the body, जैसे water intake हुआ, then digest हुआ, then ये as a waste material exist हुआ. Water and other fluids follow the same journey as other food particles, but in their case the process involves absorption rather than digestion. In case of water, this is the directly absorption, not the digestion. When talking about digestion, absorption or absorption of the stuff that we consume goes to the stomach via esophagus. Liquids like water, tea do not take a different route. They both can go by the same route. The small intestine is responsible for the absorption of most of the water that we consume. Now, absorption of water. 9 liters of fluid dumped into GI tract each day. Small intestine reabsorbs 8 liters of water or fluid. Large intestine reabsorbs 90% of that last liter. Absorption is by osmosis through cell walls into vascular capillaries inside the villi. So here we are just seeing the picture, total water balance in the body, how much it enter in by the saliva, and then in digestion of the liquid, gastric juice, pancreas juice, intestinal juice. So all are the nine suppose comes in 9.3 liter approximately. Then small intestine, there is water in small intestine 8.3 liter and large intestine 0.9. So total here the beta is 9.2 liter. So balance is 0.1 liter. So this is the excreted in faces or the by the urinal. This is the total water fluid balance in GI tract. How much enter and how much it is absorbed by the different portion of the body. Water output through the urine. Daily output of urine by the human body in balanced status is equal to 1 to 2 liters per day. Kidney regulates retention and elimination of water from the human body. Water loss by kidney is highly variable. Volume of water as a medium essential to eliminate waste products from the human body is equal to 500 milliliter per day. Human body cannot stop the production of urine even if water intake is nil. Water output through skin. Loss of water 450 milliliter per day by the body through perspiration process depends upon atmospheric temperature and humidity. When atmospheric temperature is high, so water loss also high through the skin. For every body temperature by 1 degree centigrade if it is high, then water loss increases by the 15% through the skin. Water output through the lungs. Loss of water during respiration by lungs is about 400 milliliter per day in expired air, hot climate, or in case of the fever. Water output from the body, here we see the picture. Lungs, insensible perspiration, skin, through the sweating, kidney through the urinal, and last intestine through the faces. This water comes in from the out of the body. How long does it takes water to pass through the body? It also depends on the amount of urine in our bladder and the activity we are carrying out. The amount of water consumed also affects the length of time. On average, it takes from 5 minutes to a total of 120 minutes for water to fully absorb into our bloodstream from the time of drinking. Now, diseases. Now we consume. We came to know how much water we are consumed and how much we are water discarded from our body and how much it is the absorbed in our body. Now we see the if we consume if water is so important for our body, so definitely after consuming we will get some negative health effect if we consume the polluted or contaminated water. So there are the disease types. Waterborne disease. These diseases are oral ingestion of pathogens in water. If we consume the orally consume the water and through the water, pathogens, bacteria enter in the body. So they are the waterborne disease. Water-washed disease. Disease is spread enhanced by scarcity of water, making cleanliness difficult. Water-based disease. Water provides the habitat for intermediate host organism transmission to humans through the water contact. But we are not only consume that water, but these are the water-based disease. Waterborne diseases. Typhoid. Typhoid fever is caused by Salmonella typhi. This is the bacteria name, transmitted via contaminated water. The patient typically suffer from prolonged episodes of fever, loss of appetite, nausea, headache, constipation, and loss of body weight. Prompt attention is needed to cure typhoid in the patient as well as to prevent the spread of this contagious disease. So here if we consume the water having the pathogen bacteria Salmonella typhi. So here some symptoms: white coating tongue due to the other health effects. We are not medical practitioner, but here we are talking about some waterborne disease, so we can check one symptoms: rashes on the body, ulcer in the intestine, enlarged liver. So these are the symptoms of the typhoid due to the Salmonella typhi bacteria. Cholera. It is mainly caused by bacteria named Vibrio cholera via consumption of drinking water or contaminated food. The symptoms include diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and abdominal cramps. Cholera occurs predominantly in children but can also affect adults. It possesses a mortality rate that is alarming high among the waterborne diseases. People with a suppressed immunity, like those who are malnourished or infected with human immune deficiency virus, are at a high risk of death if they are infected with the bacteria named Vibrio cholera. So here in picture, this is a picture of the bacteria. We are not much interested to know the structure of this bacteria because this is a single cell organism, and like the all single cell organisms, there is a cell wall, there are cytoplasms available. So if there is nuclide is available, there may be the plasma membrane is available. So this is the little bit similar in all cases. So symptoms: watery diarrhea, nausea and vomiting, and dehydration, severe system, muscle cramps, rapid heart rate, low blood pressure, and persistent vomiting. Amoebiasis. Amoebiasis, also known amoebic dysentery, is an infection caused by any of the amoeba of the Entamoeba group. Symptoms are most common during infection by Entamoeba histolytica. Amoebiasis can be present with no mild or severe symptoms. Symptoms may include abdominal pain, diarrhea, or bloody diarrhea. So here we are seeing the picture. Their crisp and tophozoitus pass in faces, and these are the reasons of the spreading. And then mature crisp ingested in our body through the contaminated water, and they infect our lungs. And there is the intestinal disease in column, and there the extra intestinal disease in the our lungs or the pancreas. This is the disease Giardia. Giardia is a microscopic parasite that causes the diarrheal illness known as Giardia disease. Giardia, also known as Giardia intestinalis, is found on surfaces or in soil, food, or water that has been contaminated with feces from infected humans or animals. So, infected persons they come out in form of feces, and they when we use the infected food, water, etc., then they enter our body and create the health problem. Bacillary dysentery. Bacillary dysentery is an intestinal infection caused by a group of Shigella bacteria, which can be found in the human gut. Clinical features. What are the clinical features? Infection by Shigella may be asymptomatic or only cause mild illness. So here we are seeing a picture of the toddler which is infected with the this Shigella bacteria, and the here the severe bloody diarrhea or thing happen. Hepatitis A. Earlier we were talking about these are the bacteria, but now this is the virus. Hepatitis A is a viral liver disease that can cause mild to severe illness. The hepatitis. Almost everyone recovers fully from hepatitis A with a lifelong immunity if we take precaution or we take the sum. And how it is spread? It is direct contact, infected food, and sewage contamination. Here the some cycle of this hepatitis A virus. It comes in the system through the faces, and when we consume food or drinking water, it enters our body. This is the virus, and then it creates the problem in liver, gallbladder, and the blood. Here, next is poliomyelitis. Polio or poliomyelitis is a disabling and life-threatening disease caused by the polio virus. The virus is spread from person to person and can infect a person's spinal cord, causing paralysis. Means person cannot move or cannot move that part of the body which is paralyzed. So here the picture depicting the detail of this poliomyelitis. 90% have no symptoms, 10% have flu-like symptoms, and 0.5% have the paralysis problem. Water wash disease. Diseases caused by poor personal hygiene and skin and eye contact with contaminated water. So if these water enter in our skin or eyes, so this is not the in oral or in ingestion problem, but this is the frontline problem. Suppose if suppose it we are seeing the in picture a baby having the rashes in their body, so this is scabies, and another picture is red eyes, so this is a trachoma, so due to the water dirty water, contaminated water when enter here eyes, so this is the problem. So a number of diseases from these water wash diseases: scabies, skin sepsis and ulcer, leprosy, lice and typhus, trachoma, conjunctivitis, dysentery, ascariasis, and paratyphoid. And here the water-based diseases. Water-based diseases are caused by parasites that spend part of their life cycle in water. There are two forms of the disease depending on the parasite species involved. One affects mainly the intestinal tract and the other affects the urinary tract system. Water-based systems such as bilharzia, also known as schistosomiasis, and dracunculiasis, are caused by the helminthes. Here the picture how this larva growth and enter in the body, and this is a parasite, and then this is infected our skin, as well as this can be infected our, if it is released in the stomach, then create the problem in the stomach. If this growth life cycle take growth in skin, then create the skin problem. And this is all about the water physiology and water diseases. In coming lectures, we will see the how will we test we will do the testing for the certain parameters of the water. Thank you.